baby! That is right, we're here for another tier list. And this time we're doing Warzone metas. But not current Warzone metas. We're doing OG Warzone. We're doing Verdansk. We're doing Caldera. We're doing it all. We're doing those sort of guns. And some of these are going to bring back some good memories. And I'm going to tier list them S, A, B, C, D and an F tier. Strictly only meta guns, alright? And I think you're going to enjoy this one, and if you do enjoy this one, make sure to give it a like, share it to a friend, and give it a big bag of subscribes, guys, alright? JB Dog. Right, here we are on the Warzone metas. These are strictly from, as far as I'm aware, looking at this, just from OG Warzone, so we're just from Modern Warfare, Cold War, and Vanguard, which, in my opinion, was the best time for Warzone going. I enjoy what they've done with Call of Duty now, but what they did with Warzone back in 2020 was just better. It just where the graphic, like, I just prefer the style of play back then. I just prefer the way the gunplay works. Like they're very close to it, but yeah, there we are. But we're gonna start with the AMAX. AMAX for me always felt like it was more of a keyboard and mouse gun. It was classic. It was a very good gun, but I couldn't really relate with it. There's a bit too much visual recall for a controller guy for me personally. I'm not a world class player. Like I can imagine people like, you know, proper controller players, world class, like, you know, I think Aiden was a controller player, and Zelana and that like they could probably control the recoil, and they could probably like put this in S tier. For me, AMAX is a B. Like it's a very, very classic gun, but it just didn't mix well with me. Do you know what I mean? And I could go less than B, but I just think about how good it were. It does deserve to be higher than that. Automaton from Vanguard. It's very good, very, very little recoil if you get a good one. The thing is with the Vanguard guns, because you had to have the 10 attachments, if you didn't get those 10 attachments right, it would make the gun massively different. You'd see the recoil would be all over the place. You wouldn't hit as strong as you needed to. You needed to get the attachments bang on right. And it's very clever of them on how like they tried to do that. They tried to kind of, you know, make it hard for the meta, but then people would just go, here they go, this the meta, no recoil, use this. So, you know what I mean? But that's kind of how it went. Automaton, it's not way near the AMAX personally. I'm going to put that in D. It was a good gun though, it was a good one. I did quite like using that one now and again, but it wasn't really my favourite when it come to the Vanguard guns. I had one or two other ones that was like significantly better, which to be fair, I can see. I don't think it's on this list, but Cooper was such a better assault rifle from Vanguard, that's for sure. The Bren was an absolute monster. I was late to the Bren when they added this in, but when I still was able to get some solid gameplay with this, phenomenal gun. It was absolutely phenomenal. For me, that's an A tier. I really, really enjoyed the Bren. The only issue with that is obviously it was an LMG, so it was very heavy, very sluggish. So for me personally, I can't put it in S, but it was a solid gun. Oh, I'm looking at these now. I'm gonna have to put it in B, but just ahead of the AMAX. The Bruin. The Bruin is an absolute big dog. It was a monster, mate. And for me personally, the Bruin is up here. Do you know what I mean? Is it S though? Oh, the Bruin was it though at the time. They weren't really out like it. There was one other gun that we had meta just before that was phenomenal, but Bruin really changed the game. It's got to be an S tier gun, innit? It's got to. The Bruin, everyone rocked it. Like Bruin was like one of the original metas in Warzone. There was probably one other meta, like legitimate standout meta, before the Bruin, and it's the Growl. The Bruin changed the game though. It was phenomenal. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Bullfrog. I always really liked the Bullfrog. I never felt like the Bullfrog was meta though. I never felt like it was meta, and so for that I'm going to drop it lower. But Bullfrog was always a very good gun. I'm going to put it in C. It probably was meta, but I'm going to put it in C for me personally. Very good gun, but just, yeah, there wasn't really, you know, it just wasn't there personally. Okay. C58. See, the C58 was very good, but that was another one that was very similar to the AMAX, where there's a lot of bounce to it. So I'm going to put it behind the AMAX, because I do think the AMAX was a bit more legendary than the C58. Very, very solid gun, though. The Cold War AK-47. Fantastic gun, this. Like, for me, yeah, I do think... Oh, I don't know if it beats the Bren, though. I think that's going to be in B as well. Oh, yeah, and they brought that kind of, like, pay-to-win, like, scope, didn't they? And it's like a little dot scope, and you couldn't see it, and I bought it as well. It was quality. But I do feel like I had more fun with the Bren than I did the Cold War AK. But the Cold War AK was perfect for sniping with. It was perfect for sniping. Right. The Cold War AUG absolutely smashes for all these. Don't even matter all these compared to that. Like the Cold War AUG. To be fair, the Cold War AUG would probably beat Meta Bruin. It was that broken. The base metas was just disgusting. But I can't put it above the Bruin. The Bruin changed the game. It did. It changed the game. So we're going to go in A for Cold War AUG. The Cold War MP5, could never get on with it. It was good. It moved. It was fast. But it just didn't hit like the Modern Warfare 1. So I'm going to put that down here in D. XM4's another one. They bloody buffed and adjusted that gun so much. They desperately wanted that XM4 to be meta for so goddamn long. Oh my god, I'm not even lying to you. Like, they desperately wanted that to be meta for so long, and it did become meta eventually. And to be fair, they did a good job of it once it did become meta. But I just can't put it any higher than maybe down here. I just can't. Better than it's not as good as the Automaton. I'm going to put it in D, yeah. DMR! This changed the game, but for so many bad reasons. I don't know if you remember, but there was that big meme of that bloody person going, DMR! DMR, that's all it is! It's just a DMR! Mate, I'm not joking, you're 2-3 shots, you're breaking plates with this. It was disgusting. It was the most broken, vile gun that's ever hit Warzone, was this DMR. Everyone rocked the DMR. And if you didn't rock it, you're getting killed by it. You do not. If someone's caught you off guard, you don't have time to get cover. You don't have time. It's game over. Game over. DMR, unfortunately, you've got to put as an S tier, but for the wrong reasons, not for the right reasons. Like, it should be an F because it's so annoying, but it was just unreal. But I can't put it against Bruin. Bruin is nostalgia. Like, proper OG Bruin is just nostalgia. EM2 is just another one that's a bit like very similar to the AMAX C58, but for me, I really struggled with this one even more. Everyone loved this. It hit hard. It had like proper, you know, like if you hit your headshots on this, the damage range was so much stronger, and it was incredible. I can imagine why people used it, but I couldn't get on with it. So this is obviously a rating that I've got, and yeah, I put the EM2 in C. The FFAR, legendary. This gun, absolutely legendary, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. FFAR, for me, is probably one of the best close range guns that the OG Warzone ever saw. I loved it. I never wanted them to nerf it. It was one of them guns where I just had so much fun with it. Everyone used it. It's annoying when everyone used it because it was so strongly meta from close range. But it was amazing. You use FFAR with DMR or FFAR with the Cold or yeah, phenomenal. FFAR. Wow. The OG meta. And everyone would always say that it was M4A1 and a rocket launcher. And it probably were. But Warzone didn't really become the big dog. So that gun right there popped in. That's got more nostalgia than the Bruin. Like even back when, like a year later, I'm still rocking a Grau now and again. I'm popping up and going, you know what, I'm bringing it back. Nostalgia. It felt so good, man. And it was like, for the first time ever with the Grau as well, it was so good for... It was the first meta where it didn't or you didn't need a scope because the iron sights were so clean on it that so many people were just rocking iron sight from range. It was awesome. Honestly, loved the Grau so much. Amazing. HDR, not a fan personally. I'm not. I never really fell into the meta. You know what? I'm going an F for that. It's a solid sniper. You hit your headshots, you're gonna one shot them. But it's so sluggish and slow. Really not like kind of work on like fast-paced game modes. I understand like the OG battle royale on Verdansk, he was a bit more slower, but you could never use an HDR on Rebirth Road. Do you know what I mean? Nah, we're going in there. Kilo. The Kilo was it, wasn't it? These are all metas. They all were it at one point, but the Kilo was just fun, man. No recoil, decent magazine on it, decent range. I can't put it in S. And I'm now starting to feel like the DMR should go around here. And the DMR's going in there. These are just phenomenal. Kilo's above them. I don't think the Kilo's an S. Kilo's going in A. DMR's been demoted to A as well. But the Kilo was fun, man. That's like the last long-range meta that Modern Warfare had until Cold War came in and added their guns in. A Mach 10. One of the most fun SMGs you'll ever play with. So small. He was like literally holding a pistol. You could move so quick with it. Absolutely rapid. Mach 10. Is it S? No, I'm gonna put it above the Kilo because I do love it. I just don't. FFAR was just different. I just loved that. That's another one where you had like iron sights, but you'd use the FFAR as close range or sniper support, so you didn't need a scope for it. MP40. MP40 was world class as well. Very, very solid gun. Probably one of the better SMGs that Warzone added in when Vanguard came in. Probably one of the better guns that Vanguard ever added in. They've actually missed a few decent metas on here. Like the NZ41 assault rifle was phenomenal. Like that was a very, very good assault rifle. But they didn't add to the meta. I used to love that on Rebirth, but hey, they didn't add it into this. We're just going to go with what's on this list. MP40 is very good, and I think it's very like you'd run like a Brennan MP40. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to put it above the Cold War AK. Yeah, I'm going with that. Feels right. Drop a like, right? Oh, the MP7. Oh, baby. That is it, innit? That is it. This is hard work to try and balance them all out, make sure I'm... I love the MP7, man. I don't think it can be in this category here, though. Like, the Mach 10 was just so much better than what the MP7 ever were. But it was just so consistent all the time. I can't put it in there. I'm going to put it... I think it was better than the... I'm going to put it at the top of B. Yeah, I'm going to put it top of B. I just can't put it in the A category just yet. I can't. But the MP7 was something else, do you know what I mean? Are we ready? Because this one's the baby. The Modern Warfare Kar 98. Boom. S. Get it in S. What else for? It's phenomenal. Absolutely unreal. Look at that. The Kar 98 was phenomenal. They've added the Kar 98 back into the new Warzone, and it's very good, and it's probably the sniper's meta. It's probably been nerfed now since I haven't played in a few weeks. It was very good. Like, very good. But it didn't play like a Kar 98. There was just something about a Kar 98. It was so good. It was so quick. Excuse me. Quick scoping was so amazing on it. Very good. Oh, mate. It's my favourite sniper of all time. And I think it's going to be everyone's favourite sniper at some point, or some way or another. deserves that S spot. Old Faithful, the M4A1 from Modern Warfare back in 2019, 2020. On November 2019. So not a lot of 2019. Phenomenal. It's got to go... Oh, I do love the M4 though. Nah, I've got to put it up here. It deserves better. It does. The M4's probably got to go there. Yeah, I'm happy. Just behind the Kilo. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Oh yeah, all day long. Oh, there has been no better SMG in this game than the Modern Warfare MP5. No better. Never. Never been better than that. That's got behind just the Kar 98. Because the Kar 98, in my opinion, is probably the greatest gun that's ever been added to Call of Duty ever. MP5 on Modern Warfare was just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. It just the way attachments I did my attachments is I had where you can have quick reload. Oh, reloading on it was just something else. It was so good. S tier all day long. All day long. I had so much fun with the MP5. It was just so good. Even like going into like Cold War days and like even going into like Vanguard days, you could still use that gun and have so much fun with it. It was so good. So good. That says Origin. That is an R9 in the picture. That's a different shotty. So we're going to treat it like it's an R9 because that's the picture. And it's probably the most broken shotgun I've ever had in the game. But I can't put it on S because it wasn't my personal favourite. I'm going to put it at the bottom of A. I'm not joking. It was one of those, like I mentioned this on the Fortnite one. They're down. That is it. Broken. You get the Dragon's Breath rounds on them. Phenomenal. I just can't put it there because it wasn't really a favourite of mine. I preferred the Gallo, but they've not added the Gallo in this. The Gallo was so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, I'd have put the Gallo in S tier, but it's not here. So OTS can go in the S. I'm thinking I'm putting it there. It is an S tier gun. For me, we used that on Rebirth Island. It was OTS was the closest thing that they got to the MP5, the Modern Warfare one. Fantastic reload, very small, very quick paced. It was hit like a ton of bricks as well. If someone comes near you, was gonna, you know what I mean, you hit your shots with him, you're having them. Phenomenal. OTS might not be everyone's personal favourite, but for me, it just suited my style of play very, very well. It was phenomenal, personally. In the S. SPR was a good sniper, but it was only really good when it was like broken for the first couple of weeks when they first added it, and there was no bullet drop or that. So for me personally, I've got to put it here. I'm going to put it on D. It's better than the HDR. This was one that they brought in because they realised how strong the SPR was so strong, but then they nerfed the SPR and buffed the Kar 98, and the Kar 98 was just born after that. Like Kar 98 already had its movement good, it was like good at shooting and stuff like that, aiming and stuff. It just needed that damage buff, and when they buffed it, when they nerfed the SPR, oh my god, that's why the Kar 98's in the S tier. I liked the SPR, and it was actually one of my good friends that I play Call of Duty with. It's one of his favourite snipers, but for me, it was alright. I used to bring it out now and again, but it's very rare. Do you know what I mean? Street Sweeper. God, that hit like a ton of bricks, that. I can't put it in the top two categories. I don't think I can even put it in the B category either. This, as a damage thing, was phenomenal. If you got shot by this, you was going to lose by this. The only issue is this was perfect for solos. You play anything like trios or quads, you are toast, because it has got the longest reload time you'll ever see. It was god awful with reload time. Street Sweeper's going in C. I think it's better than the M2 though. I'm going to put it in there. 2 more guns, guys, and then we're done. The Swiss, known as the Kar 98 killer, and it didn't kill the Kar 98. The Kar 98 killed the Kar 98. No, they added some really strange nerf to the quickscope snipers, where it's only good at certain ranges, which just completely ruined those guns so much. The Swiss took about 5 buffs to really be in competition with the Kar 98, and I still feel like it was very good, but still didn't really. I didn't really mingle with it. I was always team Kar 98 guy rather than the Swiss. It was a very good sniper though. I'm gonna put it just ahead of the AMAX and put it in the B category. It was a very good sniper. They've missed so many decent metas off this list though, like so many. There was a couple of good other ones that are like really, really good. Last gun, guys. Last gun, and we got the well gun. The well gun felt good, to be fair. Like if you had to go in comparison to some of their like World War II SMGs, this was a very solid one. I think the well gun is definitely above these two categories, and even probably say it's a bit better than these. I actually really enjoyed the well gun. Even if you picked up like the floor loot one from Rebirth and stuff, it absolutely smashed it. It was very good. I'm going to put it in B. It's better than the C50. I preferred it to that. I'm going to put it. Oh no, it's not better than the MP40. I'm going to put it in there. So there we go, guys. There's the list of Warzone metas. OG Warzone as well. OG Warzone for Dance days, Rebirth days, Caldera days, Fortune's Keep days. Those are the guns that we all enjoyed. They missed a few on the list, but overall it was a very good list, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Alright, make sure to give it a like, share it to a friend, and give it a big bag of subscribes, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, guys. Cheers, beat up.